Lads, welcome to the Sorare Deadline Show for game week 9. Quinny's put me in the hot seat today.
Right.
Little loan deal over on my channel. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Maybe if you've not seen the show on my channel before. But yeah, I'm Harry Trades, of course, and with me as always, my co-pilot for the episode for the loan deal is Quinny 3001. What's going on, mate?
It's all going on, Harry boy. We're getting ready for a massive game week. I love the co-pilot seat. I have missed it. Sadly, I won't be with everyone for the duration of the show today. I've got to crack a lack and get on with some other stuff, sadly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being in the co-pilot seat for the brief time I'll be here today, and able to wish everyone obviously good luck for the weekend. Should be good. Everyone's hopefully going out there to get their 400 Mbappe points, get their raffle tickets secured, and all the usual stuff besides.
100%, mate. Yeah. No, yeah, we're on my channel today. Quinny has to pop off after the first sort of 20, 30 minutes. So yeah, I had to host today, which just to let you know if anyone cared. But yeah, the hot seat's fine enough. I do like my co-pilot duties normally. But yeah, we'll switch it up. Lads in the chat, appreciate all the interactions. Just trying to go through all of them now. High-end production value. I mean, we're going up in the world. Andrew Laird, what's going on, mate?
We're pushing it.
Yeah, we're trying. Just trying to get through everyone here, lads. But I mean, it's a massive. What'd you say?
Fist bumps to everyone on arrival.
Oh, yeah, fist bumps to everyone, and we need likes as well.
Don't forget to smash the like button. Of course.
What, was it yours? When was your last stream that you said you were streaming? Or was it Laird yesterday? Someone was streaming for ages. I think it was Laird, Sorare Andrews yesterday, and it was like there was over 100 there, and the likes were at like 6. But the guy didn't refresh it. So somebody didn't refresh their page. Yeah, and Laird was like, no, we had like 60 odd. But yeah, lads, if you could like the stream, obviously that'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, massive weekend, post international break.
All the new cards out as well. The timeline was alive, wasn't it, yesterday? And the whole internet was vibrating with those machines going off and cards getting compressed everywhere.
No, it was. I didn't think it would get, hype-wise and socials or whatever. I didn't think it would get much bigger than the Mbappe day, to be honest. But you were spot on, Quinny. You've been saying it for a little while about the, how sort of big that opening day would be. I weren't really thinking it. I was not thinking it wouldn't be big. But yeah, you were fucking banging on about it, and I was a bit like, I don't know, I don't know how big this is going to be, because the only thing that can happen is obviously your specials, and then they brought out the hollows, and I could kind of understand it and get behind it a little bit more. But yeah, yesterday, mate, was absolutely ecstatic, wasn't it? It was really good. Like I got to give it to Sorare. They fucking smashed, the production side of the actual game and how the cards were coming out. I know there was a few funny bits on phones. Like I think phones were crashing, which whatever. Like I get it. My computer would say like there's too much data to process, and it would like refresh. There was a lot going on, and we obviously appreciate that. But it was amazing. Although I didn't get any specials, it didn't dampen anything. Like it was still amazing, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought they knocked it out of the park. Fair play.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And the word of the day was epaculation.
I saw that. Yeah. I did. I was crying when I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw you retweet it or quote tweet it. I was just like, that's unreal. That's an amazing wordplay there.
That was a topper. Well done to that, man.
So obviously we don't have you for that long, Quinny. So I think what we'll do, we'll go straight into the Mbappe comp for 5. We'll go matchups tab for a couple, and then we'll go straight over and see if we can run through the Premier League predictions over on Predictify. But yeah, shout out to Predictify, of course, for powering the stream. So if you need any prediction help for your lineups, then yeah, that's the place to go. We'll obviously show on the screen in a minute. But they've had it. I'll be honest. I just want to put it out there. They've had some really cool UI updates over the last week or so, and I will show it right now. The whole My Matches tab, which allows you just to see the games that your cards are sort of playing in, so you can kind of filter through some of the games that don't apply to you. Quite it makes this tab a little bit neater basically, and kind of condenses it to obviously what you need. So I think it's great. I'm sure there's other bits as well that I'm forgetting, so I apologize, but that's the main update. I don't know if you know any more, Quinny.
I've not played around with it too much. It's been all systems go at the Card Factory, to be honest with you. So I've been I've not caught all the bells and whistles. That's the one that just makes it so much easier to click through. Like I've been building and reshaping my teams all week. When that came live, that was just an extra. Oh, brilliant! Easier just to get to double check that one. Oh, that's been updated and flick through them all.
100%, mate. 100%. Moving over to the Mbappe comp then quickly. Just under 74,000 so far. I've got my team locked in. I purchased a £4.22 Lewis Dunk. Just in case we win any limited. If I do win a limited, it will be given away to one of you guys probably next Friday, I guess, on the deadline stream. And I know we've got a couple of chances to win some limiteds. I know there's only 500, so obviously slim pickings, right? But you've got to be in it to win it. And the main goal is to hit over 400 points. I think this is the team that's going to carry me there. And yeah, I did take out Haaland earlier, though. I was a little bit skeptical on his sort of availability. I don't know if there's any updates since then, but I'm going to go with Dembele to kind of sort of offset that. I know Quinny's been busy as well picking his team, and you've matched me with a Dembele.
Yeah, I think I say going for 400 points is definitely the thing. But when building this, I'm just thinking about trying to get the best actual five. Like who could be the top 5 scorers? I just kind of went for it. Interesting to see you've got a wee bit of Brighton there. I just tried to go kind of everywhere for who's actually singularly. I've also ended up with 2 PSG players. That's just a total happenstance, But yeah. I was just thinking, you've got a limited there as well. Would we put it to a vote in the chat? Who do we think is going to do better out of these 2 teams?
Ooh, okay, yeah, let's do it. I don't know. Can I do it in? I was going to say, can I do it in Streamlabs? I don't think I can actually do this the poll here. I'd have to go over to YouTube itself, but I might be able to do it. Let's have a look.
Guys in the chat can fight over it.
Yeah, just give us a little message.
H's or Q's. H's or Q's.
H's or Q's. Love it. But yeah, no, I'm excited. It should be pretty fun. Hopefully, we all get our tickets. How many people do you think actually get tickets? Let's be like, of a percentage of that 75k entrance, like how many actually score over 400? What do you think? 50%? Nah,
I don't think 50%. I think a lot of people underestimate 400 points, especially without no XP everywhere and stuff like that. It's raw. That's why I've just went with these guys. Like Palmer can do 90, Musiala can do 85, Dembele obviously, blah blah blah. So I think it'll be underestimated slightly. Like people picking Verbruggen, for example, like and 1 or 2 others perhaps. I don't know, but like I think it'll be underestimated. If we're saying it's 75,000, I'd probably say a third. The maximum is what I could imagine.
Third, yeah. No, I get that, 100%. Yeah, with no XP, it is obviously a lot tougher. The 50% captain bonus, like if your captain hits 90, then you're at 140. So it's only 260 between 4 players at that point. Like it's only a 65 average, I think.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's all about that captaincy hitting, isn't it? I think that's the main sort of, if there's one thing you need to get right is who you've captained and what their sort of, their peak is. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I don't have a comment for the midweek, so I'll probably be going in raw for 5 comments for that. But then I will have Lewis Dunk for next weekend. So hopefully I go 3 for 3 tickets wise. And if we nick a card, then it's obviously going to be given away to one of you guys.
If you want to win a card or a box, you will need unlimited for it that's going to produce.
Yeah.
Because there'll be so many limited.
Exactly.
So many limiteds in this,
100%. Moving over to the matchups tab quickly though, Quinny. This is obviously All-Star.
Nice.
I mean, it's a weird top 5 with Lima in there and Caesar, Vallejo, and that's the first time I've seen them up there that high, 79%. But yeah, I mean, normal services resumed at the sort of the top. Definitely the top 1, isn't it? PSV. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Porto City. Yeah, I'm surprised. Am I surprised Liverpool aren't a bit higher with the start they've had?
Liverpool will beat Forest, but SO5 wise, like again with the Mbappe competition, I'm hearing everyone talking about Alisson's and Trent's and stuff. I'm like, man, I wouldn't be touching that for defense and goal. You've got all of Europe to choose. Like,
right?
Not in Forest have got the ability to score a goal or 2. Like Liverpool probably win the game, 3-1, 4-2, whatever. Maybe it's 2-0, but or something, But yeah, it will be a good game for them. But I don't know if, yeah, like the clean sheet chance there says 50%. I don't believe that. To score 3 goals is probably accurate. To concede 3 goals is maybe a wee bit misrepresentative as well. Just for me, I don't know. I don't see them scoring 3 goals, but I don't think it's a 5% chance.
I kind of get it. I mean, Forest are no mugs, but at Anfield, I don't know. Liverpool are probably the most informed team, I would say.
Yeah.
In the Prem, realistically. So, yeah, I think 2-1, 2-0 is probably where you'd end up at, realistically, but it's tough to say.
Both teams to score both halves. I don't know.
Desmond Tutu, is it?
No, it could be 3-2, 4-2. You know, like Liverpool could still batter them. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just don't think Forest are like pushovers. Yeah, so Celtic v Hearts, like that's really high. I'm like, well, again, Celtic are probably going to win this probably quite well, but it's not going to be 7-0 or something, you know, or 4-0 or. Maybe it is fantastic, but it's not on the cards. I don't think necessarily just with the strength of the opponent.
100%. 100%. Salzburg, there is. Have you seen the Austria news? There might be some floodings and games called off in Austria. Like every game is under threat. Basically, there's been heavy rain. Friday, Saturday, like today, projected tomorrow and Sunday, from what I've heard. So, keep an eye out on that. I've deprioritized any sort of Austrian players. I'll play them, but you just never know. Is the magic mic?
Yeah.
Class. But yeah, another big talking point, I guess, is a lot of these massive European clubs are playing in Europe midweek. So this is a weird game weekend that we just come off an international break. We're going into it, obviously, a weekend game week, but then they fly straight into a midweek, which a lot of big teams won't want to take, risks with their better players, and they might play a 60 or they might play the 30, and they'll want them to be fresh, but I don't think they'll want to be playing 90 minutes before European ties, right?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a squad game weekend. These teams will use 5 subs. They'll definitely like Liverpool could be winning 2-0 and make 3 subs.
100%.
That kind of thing. And again, copy and paste that against Bayern Munich and whoever else you want to think about. So that's definitely something that comes into the reckoning. So many of these teams are playing midweeks, if not all of them. And yeah, it definitely adds an extra little bit of spice on it.
100%. I guess, that's probably enough for matchups for now. Did you want to do Celtic first?
Let's go have a look at Celtic, because McBride's got an update. He's probably updated it by now, but we've had Celtic training pictures and stuff out, and there's a few questions coming to me in the chat. But I think with Celtic, and I think with a lot of these clubs, you'll probably see this with some of the predictions, but for clubs that are like wanting to do well in Europe, like I think it would be with Chelsea's kind of situation to one side, and any clubs that have the ability to do that also. But I think so many teams are going to want to play their Champions League team at the weekend. Get them firing, get them passing to each other, crossing to each other, making goals, winning the match. And then it's going to be squad management time come minute 70, if that makes sense. So I think they'll play the strongest team possible, which is what's on the screen here. Alistair Johnston's fully pictured in training today. So he's seemingly good to go. There's no reason to suspect that his injury from international duty is going to hold him back in any way. So I would probably say this team is there. Scales at 75%. Vickers, is that 65? It says there. I don't know if that's. Yeah. I don't know. I think Trusty Scales is like 60-40. It really does. That's just down to manager preference, because we have spent money on Trusty. He does have qualities that are different to Scales, and if you're going to maybe try him out before Champions League and think if he does well against Hearts, we'll play him against Bratislava, then maybe the manager does that, and that's part of this. Like, you just won't be able to forecast. Although Scales' form is undeniable, and he would be really hard done to be dropped. Same as Taylor for Valley. So it's very likely it's the same back four that we've seen. But for me, the only ones nailed on is Vickers and Johnson. The midfield, I think Engels. I think the rest of the team picks itself, really. Yeah. But the defense has got a bit of talking. But
who do you really foresee sort of taking over the O'Reilly scores? Is it McGregor or is it Hatate?
Well, it's a funny one, because Engels definitely seems like he can take some sets. And McGregor has been doing brilliantly from open play in O'Reilly's absence. and I did think it was going to be Hatate. So it's kind of hard to say until we get like the new third midfielder into the fold, like how the dynamic will change, because McGregor's been doing that alongside Bernardo, so it might be a little bit different. So I'm playing McGregor with a good bit of confidence nowadays. Hatate the same. And Engels, like as I was saying to people, like the thing with Engels is he's probably one of the first subs, or maybe not, depends on the logic you want to subscribe to, but he's probably one of the first subs just because, like, yeah, he did leave Belgium injured or whatever, and he's new to the team. He's still kind of bedding in. So when the subs happen, they probably want to keep him fresh for midweek. He's maybe one of the ones I would think might just be limited down to his minutes.
Yeah, 100%. And who's the best forward to pick, would you say, if you had the pick of the bunch?
Kun.
Yeah. AA-wise. Yeah.
Kun's new Jota.
100%.
Dyson's not far behind.
Yeah, and Kyogo's just a DMP BCM merchant, isn't he?
Yeah, BCMs or DAs. Gets them in 2s and 3s.
Yeah, it does come in bunches. Right, let's try and scan through Premier League as quickly as we can. And obviously, yeah, Quinny, if you need to just tell me when you need to shoot, and
of course,
and yeah, pop off. But yeah, Southampton, Man United for the first one.
A lot of people targeting this game, and you can kind of see why when you look at that Southampton midfield. We talk about it every week, but it's just not Prem level. Man United's midfield, like as we'll see in a second, is decent as well, but it's pretty decent. But against most Premier League sides, like you just don't see that lining up and thinking, oh yeah, Southampton will control the middle of the pitch today, or their midfield is better than insert team. I think it is like really lacking some proven experience in there, some top end like actual talent. Like, remember Forest were the joke when they came up, but they went and got like guys like Sangare and whatever. You know what I mean? Like they went out across Europe and like tried to spend some money and bring some guys in. That Matheus Fernandes, I don't know anything on, so maybe I'm bagged into that one. But
I don't know too much about him either. But yeah, I think the back three worries me the most. I know THB's in there and stuff, but like, did you see that game a few weeks ago where they literally all had an error led to goal? Like actually every single one of them. It's like they got a decent keeper in Ramsdale, but it doesn't matter how, if your centre halves aren't cutting it, unfortunately you're just gonna pay the price. And do United have enough, firepower to really worry that back three? You'd have to think so on paper, but like I'm still not a big Rashford fan. Diallo's, is half decent on his day, hot and cold. Garnacho can be, electric at times. So you're relying on, Xerxes, Bruno, and that's kind of, Rashi, okay, fair enough. But like, is this like a 3-0 game for United away? I don't.
This is a game that Rashford scored in. This is a Rashford scoring match, maybe.
Yeah, and like the most not pointless, but you know what I mean. Like Southampton away, it's like
it'll be 4-1 or something, and they'll score the third goal.
They are liable to concede a couple, aren't they? That's the issue with Southampton. We know that. So as much as like you could argue United aren't, firing off all cylinders.
Kobe Mainu, not a bad shout for
Casemiro. Yeah, they can pop up with goals. Dallo, like there is DAs in the team. I'm not disputing that. But if I'm picking a card, the obvious answer is Bruno, because he's just going to do it all for you, really, isn't he?
Aye.
Yeah. If you've not got the budget for a Bruno, then it's probably Mainu. It looks like Ugarte could come in for this game though, 50-50.
Interesting. And again, that'll be do we want to play him in Europe or no? Man United aren't in the Champions League, are they? So they probably care less about playing whoever they're playing this weekend, midweek, than they do whoever they're playing in the Prem next weekend. So, interesting on that one. Didn't notice that.
Defense is pretty settled, it feels like. I don't think De Ligt had the best of international breaks, did he? I think I've seen a couple of error led to goals, and I don't know whether he's got United fever already, but there's
always been a weird thing between him and Van Dijk. Like they've just not got as much. You'd think
connection.
They should have an amazing centre back or amazing defense, but
there's never on paper.
It's never really kind of happened for them.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Like Van Dijk's always pissed off and pointing the finger at other people and stuff like that, and it's just I don't think they gel.
100%. But yeah, I mean, I can't see past the United win, but it wouldn't surprise me if they won the clean sheet in here.
Yeah.
A little 3-1, 2-1, 4-1, that could happen. I know, we're covering all bases there, but, we do know Southampton are very prone to conceding goals. I mean, for me, Brighton Ipswich is like the undercover matchup of the week for me in the Prem. You obviously got Liverpool and City, but I think this as an SO5 game could be for like certain characters and players, of course, like your Matomas, João Pedro's, Welbeck's, Minter. They're all 80 capable in this game for me.
Yeah. Well,
I
home
really
Ipswich
think so.
on paper is the game, isn't it?
It is like Ipswich on, they're no mugs. Like they have given a little bit already and shown quite a bit considering they've had a tough run in fixture wise, like scoring away to City. Kept Liverpool quiet for 60 odd minutes, and I don't think they're not Southampton for me. I think I'm holding Ipswich in a higher regard right now a little bit. Like the margins aren't huge, but Brighton have started really well, and yeah, there's just some big SO5 potential scores here that I think could come out of this game. I don't know. I just don't see enough in this Ipswich side to really worry Brighton from a clean sheet perspective or a goal perspective. They've got Delap, Hutchinson. We saw Delap score a wicked goal a few weeks ago. They've brought in Ogbene, Jack Clark. Like there is good players there. I'm not. I would never say they don't have firepower because they do. But is it enough to worry this Brighton side? I'm a bit worried from, to be honest, Ipswich.
Yeah. I think, a lot of people are piling into it. So I just always get the heebie-jeebies when that happens, that it's not going to work out, the way you want it. I can't shake that feeling around this game when it comes to SO5. So, but on paper, it should be an absolute creamer. But I don't know. Yeah. Just when everyone's so confident on a game like that, it gives me the feeling that it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I completely get it. I definitely do. Palace Leicester. This could be quite sneaky for certain players as well, I think. Like, this might get overlooked a little bit.
I do think Leicester, along with what we've seen from that Southampton kind of bones of a team, like Leicester's team is like firmly one of the worst in the league, like on paper. Mm-hmm. And Palace need a big win. They're at home. Don't think many of these guys went away for internationals for the most part, so also a few of them did, but it's not wholehearted like it is for some of these other Prem squads. Like, look at Man United, a bunch of them go away for teams and so on and so forth throughout the league. But I think this could be a good one. Goals on, I don't know if Palace could hold on for a clean sheet in this one, but I definitely think there's some good AA to be had for like the fullbacks, and then whoever's getting the decisives in the front spaces are going to probably get a few of them.
100%. Eze is probably the play realistically, but Vardy for Taiwo, Buonanotte. We've obviously spoken about the midfield at length for the last couple of weeks. We're obviously not fans, and I don't know. I just think I know Will Hughes can't really move, but like Wharton, we know how good he is, and he could probably run it on his own, to be honest. So I think Winks and Skip will have a tough day at the office trying to keep up with him. But indeed, they got bits, haven't they? They got bits there that could worry a defense now and again. But I honestly think Palace keep a clean sheet here. I'm going to stick my neck out and say I think they just about keep a clean sheet.
The thing that stops me going with that is Andre Ayew and Odsonne Edouard will be coming off the bench. They've just moved from Palace. Both of them have just moved from Palace to Leicester in this window.
I can definitely see the Ayew one working out, maybe goal-wise. But like, not to say Edouard can't score, but I'm surprised they're letting him play like on loan.
I thought they bought them both. Was that a loan?
I thought Edouard went on loan, definitely.
Was it?
They bought Ayew. Yeah, they bought Ayew for like 7 mil or something, 5 mil. But I'm almost 100% sure they loaned Edouard. So that's because normally you don't get to play against your parent club sometimes anyway. But I don't know. But I think it's a half decent fixture though. For Palace, Fulham, West Ham. Is this got 0-0 written all over it?
No, it's funny you say that. I wouldn't have jumped to that conclusion. I feel like on this one, I think both these teams are going to want to score goals. To be honest with you, I think both of them are pretty forward thinking in that sense. I think, I would be very surprised if this was 0-0. To be honest, mate.
I'm just not seeing enough goals between Iwobi, Adama Traore. Okay, Emile Smith-Rowe, but Muniz can't score in a brothel, as it feels like so far. And them being the home team, I'm either going West Ham or the draw, if I'm being honest. I'm not high on Fulham here.
Fair. I think Fulham have got maybe a bit of a watered down version of what West Ham have got here. See with like Traore and Iwobi, like powerful runners, and then you've got Smith Rowe in the playmaker spot. Like, it's basically a watered down version of what West Ham are maybe bringing to this. I think West Ham's defence is probably good enough to get a clean sheet, but I don't believe that about the goalkeeper. And it's maybe the opposite for Fulham for me, where I think the goalkeeper could be good enough, but the defence doesn't ever seem to keep a clean sheet. Somebody's like bombing forward, maybe, or Calvin Bassey's error led to goal happens, or whatever.
Come on now, no Scottish biases popping in. Come on now, yeah, so, I do agree with you. I think Leno's, obviously the, sort of better out of that sort of back five for Fulham, alongside Robertson though. If you're playing a Fulham stack, it's Robertson and Leno for me, really, isn't it? If you Sorare wise, yeah, I don't know, but like a Wolby, Emile Smith-Rowe compared to and Traore, Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus, like, yeah, I think it's night and day personally.
Yeah, I just, it is night and day. It's just a watered down version, like I say. It's just not as good, but it's the same kind of thing where it's going to be running into spaces, power, just one or two touch passing transitions, and then get behind the defense and try and get something.
The big thing for me is like Kudus and Bowen are very decisive, capable. Whereas, like,
on that note, I really do need to run, Harry. So
yeah,
I'm going to love you. I'm sorry, I hate to be rude, but I need to go. I'll be tuning in when I'm running around. Good luck, everyone, this weekend. See you soon.
Appreciate you, mate, and catch you in a bit. Yeah, I just don't think it will be, and Traore have enough goal and decisiveness in them compared to a Kudus and Paqueta. But that's just preference and how I sort of see it, which is not what everyone needs to see it as. Liverpool Forest, so this is a massive massive SO5 potential, I think, here. I think Quinny's downplaying the Liverpool Forest game. I think this is really good for Liverpool. I know it's off the back of an international break, but the team, the 11s, feels quite settled at this point. I know there could be a few, South American, late flights and stuff, so that could potentially cause Diaz to maybe not start or only play 60 or whatever, looking at midweek as well. I don't know. I just can't see past Liverpool putting a few, past Forest in that sense. I really, really can't. I don't know about you in the chat, but that's just how I'm seeing it. I just worry for Forest here, away from home as well. If it was at Forest, I'd feel a little bit differently about it, I think. But or back in training, so it should be the same 11. Fair play, Chris. Nice bit of information there. Appreciate that. Alice, what's going on, mate? I think it has Trent 100 written all over this. I really, really do. I really, really do. So he was just updated 24 minutes ago, so that might give us a bit of information. So Haaland's at 70%. I'm assuming he was at 90. Diaz is at 70. Doku at 60. So Foden's been training, I believe. I've seen somebody mention it on Twitter, so that could be. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going to start. I guess he's 60% behind, Grealish and Doku there. Savio might come in as well. So Pep Roulette is really coming through here, isn't it? In the predictions. Foremost Mendy questionable. Yeah, I did see this. Tobe Ian messaged me on Discord, so that's something I'll have to have a little look at. Sorry, after we've gone through all the predictions and stuff. Brentford's team, if anyone is mad enough to play Brentford players, and then Villa Everton feels like a very good fixture for Villa, doesn't it? I've seen Ollie Watkins might be questionable or something, or he's got a little niggle. So it's definitely something to be wary of there. There might be more news that have come out today to say that he is training and he's fine. I do like Villa, though, in this fixture. I really, really do. This could be Emi Martinez. Clean sheets, sort of capable, 10 AA maybe, if Calvert-Lewin can find his shooting boots. I mean, they've got players, but I don't know if they're good enough to really penetrate this Villa side. McNeil, Calvert-Lewin, they'll be dangerous offset pieces maybe, but it does feel like that could be Villa comfortably there. Bournemouth at home to Chelsea. I do worry for Bournemouth here, even though they do have firepower. This game's got a couple of goals in it either way for me. I don't see clean sheets for. I don't know what's wrong with Kepa. Oh, of course he's on loan from Chelsea, isn't he? So Travers goes in goal. They've got firepower. Like, I won't dispute that. They've got a few good players, Semenyo, Tavernier, and I mean Kluivert's half decent. Evan Nielsen. Does feel like Chelsea probably win this game though, if we're being honest. But does that mean clean sheets? I don't know. I think it could be quite tough. I think it could be quite tough. Haaland's had some sort of like leave basically, because I think somebody in his like camp passed away. And so, yeah, I saw an Instagram post of him holding the hand of, whoever the guy was. Unfortunately, it looked like he passed. Just looking at the description. So, yeah, I don't know if he's back or I don't know. But that definitely happened. Oh, there we go. Yeah, his dad's best mate died. There we go. So, yeah, RIP. And, yeah, tough one for him for sure. Semenyo on fire. Semenyo is on fire. Semenyo's playing very, very well. No, Bernie, we haven't looked at Austrian predictions yet, mate. We're just doing Premier League so far. You'd like to think so, Ben, but does that happen this week away to Bournemouth? Mate, I can't rule it out, but I don't know. I just don't think off the back of a international break, that's what we'd be looking at there. Tottenham Arsenal, North London derby. Brennan's been put up to 60% here. He wasn't at that not too long ago. So does that mean, I guess, Kulu's 70%? So that's a bit of an interesting one. I can't see how they don't go with sort of two more defensive midfielders. Really, like I can't see how Kulu plays instead of Pape Sarr. I don't think they go a 1 and a 2 with Maddison and Kulu against Arsenal. I don't think that really works. I think they'll have to go with a double pivot of some sort. I know Pape Sarr can do it all, as can Bentancur, but yeah, I'd be shocked if Kulu comes in there just with the nature of the game. I don't know if here we go. Kulu, there's a small chance he could play on the right. Yeah, I can definitely see that. But we will not see him much there this season. It's a tough call between him and Sarr. I can't pick who will start, but I think Sarr's pace on the break against a weakened, or is that a week? I don't know. That should be a weakened Arsenal midfield, right? Not a weekend. May favour him. However, Kulusevski and Sarr will both certainly get minutes. Yeah, I feel like Sarr probably starts this if I had to sort of guess. But yeah. Here we go. Pep said in his press conference, we will see if he is ready mentally and physically after this terrible loss. Yeah, Haaland comes across as the guy that would probably want to play in a game like that, but obviously I'm not his mate, so I don't really know how he's thinking. But I don't know. It feels like he just want to go out and score like 5 goals for him type of thing. That screams, a Haaland type of situation. But, I don't know. It's obviously a really tough one for him to process and stuff. And then Arsenal's team, like it was mentioned in the description there, the updates, weekend midfield, of course, with no Odegaard, which is obviously a big miss. Martinelli, Sterling's a 60-40. I don't think you really need to take that risk, sorry, if you've got like a Saka and maybe a Havertz. Trossard up front's interesting. That is interesting. So Havertz will have to play in that sort of 10-8 role, and they go Trossard up front. Okay. Back four's pretty settled. I know there's been a bit of rotation on that left side with Timber. Calafiori hasn't started yet, I don't think, has he? So, interesting one there. And then we end on Wolves. Wolves, Newcastle. I don't know how to sort of, see this one, to be honest. Wolves do have firepower. They have struggled so far, though, haven't they? Obviously, they brought in Sam Johnstone. I don't know. But mind you, Newcastle haven't been that good either, have they? I guess Tonali's going to be a massive addition to that midfield. No disrespect to Longstaff, who's actually played quite well, hasn't he? Really, he's probably been a bit unlucky to maybe not start this one. I guess he's 60-40, so he still obviously might. But Isak Gordon's the play normally, isn't it? With Newcastle, Dan Burn at 90, Pope, Trippier wants to leave. I'm pretty sure I saw this a few loan deals in for him. But yeah, Tino, Shah. It's tough to pick a defender, I think, from Newcastle here. Like who scores the best SO5 points here? I think it's pretty tough to sort of gauge, to be honest. Really, really is. I'd probably go with one of the centre backs. Is probably Shah. I don't think I would touch Burn just with his past scores. He doesn't really seem to ever get a peak. You've probably also then got a bank on maybe one of the fullbacks getting some sort of assist or something. But Hall looks to be not like fully nailed, so. Maybe Tino or Shah probably if you're going for like a Newcastle defensive stack of some sort. But that's the Prem out the way. I will we'll go through all Champ Europe as quickly as not quickly as possible, but maybe as quickly as possible because we do have a lot to get through. What is it? We got an hour and 20 minutes to the deadline. I will probably want to leave like a nice little half an hour at the end to sort out teams and stuff, and take requests and whatever. So I'm just gonna go through each team. I'm not really going to speak as in depth as the Prem on most of these because I'm not as knowledgeable on Bundesliga, but just to give you some sort of guidance on players and starters and all that fun stuff. So we'll go through these. What's this? Freiburg, Bochum. A couple of good players maybe in here for the Mbappe comp. Grifo, Dohan. I don't mind the look of a couple of them. Myron Bodu starting for Bochum. Myron Bochum. Wittek plays for them, does he? Did not know that. Hoffenheim, Leverkusen. Hoffenheim being at home. Holzek, revenge game against Leverkusen. If he starts, Kramaric, Dennis Geiger. He was a Football Index favourite of mine back in the day. Never really got going though. Grilic, Stature at centre half. Leverkusen team. Could be a bit of rotation. Vert at 70% with midweek in mind, so keep an eye on that. Just catching up on the chat, sorry. Wolves at home, normally not as easy as it looks on paper. Yeah, it's a fair assumption, Jack. I don't think Newcastle, have an easy day at the office there. I think Wolves do trouble them for sure, 100%. But yeah, Leverkusen might be a couple of rotations up there, in the sort of front three. So keep an eye out on that. Leipzig, Union Berlin, Xavi Simons, Nusa to 60%. He's done pretty well off the bench over the last couple of games since he's moved there. Openda, Sesko coming off a really good international break. He's done really, really well. There's a Union Berlin team. Wolfsburg, Eintracht Frankfurt. Big Max Arnold. I think a couple of people might be picking him for the Mbappe special, maybe, for their common. He's been doing pretty well recently. Ekatike, he's done equally as well up top for Frankfurt. Mario Götze, Marmouche, Hugo Larsson. A couple of decent players. Theater's been integrated in, and then probably the best fixture of the Bundesliga calendar probably this weekend, alongside maybe Dortmund, is buying away to Holstein Kiel. Elise's at 80, Musiala 90, Gnabry's nailed, Kimmich playing midfield alongside Pavlovic maybe, Paulinia maybe comes in for Pavlovic. So the predictions say, but yeah, back four almost picks itself. I don't know how that works. Like Tel's not going to play right back, is he? So that would be if Kimmich probably goes right back, I'm going to assume. Musiala maybe plays like 8, and then they play Tel in, or maybe Gnabry moves to the 10. Tel goes wide. There's no way, obviously, Tel's going to play right back, is he? So, yeah, little 50-50 there on Sasha Bowie. Holstein Kiel's team, Big Lewis Holtby. Augsburg versus St. Pauli. Arnie Meyer, a couple of decent picks here. Maybe Kevin Schlotterbeck. Poor man Dortmund Schlotterbeck. I can't think of his first name now. And then we've got St. Pauli, newly promoted. Big Vasilj in goal. And then Mainz Werder Bremen. Zetter's been quite a popular pick, hasn't he? Goalkeeper-wise for the Bundesliga, I think, so far. Oh, Hong's been integrated in, 90% from Ghent. I like it. Sano from Antlers. They've been doing a bit of shopping. Mainz, I don't mind it. Amiri's, though, is the boy, I think, isn't he? Bet you there's quite a few Amiris flying around in that Mbappe comp and even the Bundesliga comp. So that's the Bundesliga out of the way. Fixtures aren't amazing, I wouldn't say. Like, okay, Leipzig at home, Dortmund at home, Bayern away, Leverkusen away with midweeks. I don't know. Do I see like massive scores in Bundesliga maybe this week? Maybe not, but Dortmund do have the... Did I even show Dortmund? Or am I just being stupid? I don't know if I showed Dortmund, but I'm definitely going to just double check. Double do it maybe if I've already done it. But yeah, Gross I think is the play here. Gross, Sabitzer. There's no Schlotterbeck, is there, this weekend? Because he got red carded or double yellow maybe last game. So Ben Sabini comes in. Ben Sabini could be an interesting little shout. I always thought he would really kick on after the Gladbach move, or the move from Gladbach to Dortmund, but he never really has he? Let's move into Ligue 1. Ledinho's favourite, Lucas Dassin, supposed to be leading the way for Saint Etienne. Lassonere in goal. Lille away from home. David Gomez, Cabella. Not a bad little triangle there. Benjamin Andre and Andre Gomez. Up the Andres. Up the Gomez's, up the Andres, and there's all sorts of crossovers there. But yeah, pretty settled Lille team. Marseille was updated 43 minutes ago. So I don't know what the update was. But yeah, it feels like the team that's kind of been going out over the last couple of weeks for Marseille, who have started really well under De Zerbi. And then we've got the Nice team. As you can see, my stack is out in force. Tough game, though. Really, really tough game. Auxerre, Monaco. Auxerre at home. Hamad Traore. I did not know he went to Auxerre. Gabriel Osho, yeah, from Luton. Akliuchi, Ben Seguia, a few good players for Monaco here. And Andrew just put Laird in it. Andrew just put Laird in the lineup. Andrew just put Stassin in the lineup. Love that. And yeah, Stefan, not a bad shout. Amiri into the Mbappe comp. I don't mind it, mate. I don't mind it. Shaforico, what's going on, mate? Sorry, I'm just getting rid of that. And then we've got PSG Brest, who is on paper probably, or what is on paper? Sorry, the best lineup of the best matchup of the weekend if you can get it right. Lots of 70s and 50s though, because rotations, and it could be a tough one with midweek in mind. João Neves looks pretty nailed, which is interesting. Nice for holders of his card. I'm very jealous. Wish I had a João Neves card. But yeah, Desire Doué supposed to come in maybe. Lee Kang in with a bit of travel time maybe from South Korea. But yeah, Dembele looks pretty nailed, so he's probably the play, isn't he? I did see something though. I don't know whether any of you guys caught it on Twitter. Donnarumma's wife had a baby, so there could be something going on there. So keep an eye on that. I didn't show breasts, team. Sorry, there's a little pun in there somewhere, isn't it? I didn't show the breasts. Roman Del Castillo, Ledinho favorite, Simmer, one of Quinny's boys. That's a joke, by the way. That's a Rangers joke. Rennes versus Montpellier. Hans Hatterborn went to Rennes. I did not know that. Ludovic Blas, Calimundo, a couple of good players. Amenguiri, Wabi Kazri, Teji Savania, and Nordin. I do not mind that. That is a decent little front three. Nonce Reims. Nonce was updated 46 minutes ago. Sorba Thomas, the Welsh wizard, man of the match against Turkey for us over the international break. Played really, really well. So yeah, that's Nonce out the way. This is Stade Reims. Juna Ito, Sorare legend. Nakamura, Teddy Tuma, another Sorare legend. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary there. Doesn't feel like, does it? Strasbourg, Angers. This is the Angers team away from home to Strasbourg. Dylan Bakwa. A couple of good players in here that could be pretty useful. Toulouse, Le Havre. Charlie Cresswell. I think he had a tough day at the office a couple of games ago, didn't he? I think he had like 2 or 3 hour-led to goals. And then Mark McKenzie signed from Genk. Le Havre. Can't see many people playing Le Havre players, but maybe. And then Leon Lens at home. I'll show them first. Aguilar, Andy Diouf, another Ledinho. Ren collection legend, maybe we'll call him. And then the Leon team. Kakare, 70%. Interesting. Matic. Fofana's been really good, I think, off the bench for Leon recently. No start for Mika Tuweze, which is interesting. Gift Orban. And big Lacazette. Veritout signed, didn't he, from Marseille? Okay. Lucas Perry in goal. Again, I mean, standout fixture, there's obviously the PSG one, isn't there? There's not really much outside of that where I go, there could be massive scores across the board. Maybe Rennes, maybe Strasbourg, Bakwa and co. Marseille, Nice, that could maybe be a bloodbath, but I don't think Nice will sort of roll over there. Diouf in a lineup with Stassin, love that. Lads, I'm going to pop to toilet 2 seconds. I will be back very, very shortly. Let me, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, lads. I am back, and yes, that was younger me, Blue Tomatoes. If you really want to know, that was fresh-faced Harry Trades back in his heyday. Okay, what have we got? La Liga. Betis Leganes. Betis at home. Pablo Fornals could be a nice little play here. Mark Roca. Roman Parada. I didn't know he went there. Interesting. Chimi Avila. Leganes team. If anyone is mad enough to play Leganes players, I say that with their goalkeeper. Mallorca Villarreal. Asano, I did not know he moved to Mallorca. That's a little random one. Then Villarreal's team. Conde in goal, Sergi Cardona, Eric Bailly, Yeremi Pino, Parejo, Fierro Barry. Not heard of him before. Espanyol, Deportivo Alaves. Alex Kral plays for Espanyol these days. A couple of random little players that are popping up in La Liga here that I did not expect. Velez on loan from Tottenham. Tony Martinez went to Deportivo. Another one I did not know. We need it for the thumbnails. Nah, that's... I was going to say. I mean, I started my channel like nearly 10 years ago, so I would have used it for a thumb. Not that picture, maybe. Well, maybe I did. For some sort of thumbnail, but yeah, I don't know if we can bring it back. Carlos Vicente is the boy. According to Chris Holt. Don't mind it. Rook is 70% on Sorare data. Interesting. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, lads, for the pick. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's my Streamlabs account just has that picture, but yeah, that was fresh-faced, beardless Harry Trades, shall we say? Not that I have much of a beard right now, but it's definitely more than what I had. So cut me some slack, lads. Sevilla Getafe. Ooh, Big Tan guy's on at 45%. Valentin Barco. A couple of the boys. Getafe's team there. Sociedad Madrid. Sorry if I'm going a little bit quick on these, but there's a couple of teams here that I just can't see there being that much interest in. But maybe there is. Maybe I'm underestimating it. But yeah, Sociedad versus Madrid. You've got Rodrigo down at 75%. Interesting. Very hard to predict due to injuries. FIFA date. Surprisingly, Militao's recovered. Colin may rest overseas players, but minimum pieces right now. The candidate would be Rodrigo, maybe Carvajal too. Yeah, so this feels probable. Like, you know, Rodrigo, if he starts, he probably only plays 60, doesn't he, really? I think this is not that people, not that they don't care, but like Brahim Gula is like, yeah, that's probably the 50-50, isn't it? I can kind of agree with that. Yeah, Pat, we did do Celtic. We did them first, actually, mate. We did them right at the very start. So have a little look at that. Would fit very well next to Black for the Andrew show. So yeah, I've still not decided whether I'm going to risk my Rodrigo yet in a priority lineup, but we'll definitely get to it. This is Valladolid's team. Salim Amala. I did not know he played for them either. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just genuinely getting shocked at some of these transfers, and yeah, maybe I'm just behind on the times. Iago Aspas, I think, is a very good play for this weekend. If you're if you're playing La Liga or any champ comp, maybe even the Mbappe comp. Girona versus Barcelona, another big game. Barca away from home, still favourites though. Yeah, a couple of mainstays here. Ivan Martin, Brian Heal's done pretty well. Saganikov, Abel Ruiz. I think we have cards of Abel Ruiz, don't we? Danjuma at 50% back in La Liga after his stint with Villarreal. And then Barca's team, pretty settled right now, it feels like, doesn't it? Olmo, Rafinha, Yamal, Pedri playing sort of that 8 role. Marc Casado, and then Lauan up front. And then Las Palmas, Athletic Bilbao. Scott McKenna and Ollie McBurney. Who would have thought it, lads? Who would have thought it? Ooh, big question here for Red Devil. Rodri or De Bruyne for the Mbappe comp? I mean, you've got to think De Bruyne is more decisive capable, isn't he? I think I'd go De Bruyne, honestly. Not downplaying how well Rodri could score, but I think I'd go De Bruyne. Let's see what the chat think. What would you do, chat? And then, Bilbao, Guruzeta, Sankey, the Williams brothers, Arizabilaga in goal. Atletico, Valencia. I think Atletico Madrid have the best clean sheet probability. Let's have a quick little look in La Liga this weekend. I know we haven't done this for the other comps, but yeah. So look, Atletico Madrid is the best fixture on paper, highest win percentage by quite a bit of a margin, actually, with Real and Barca away from home. Fixtures could be Atletico Madrid's week, I think, in La Liga, if you can get it right. Griezmann, who would you go? Oblak, probably Lenormand, maybe Llorente, Gallagher, Griezmann, or double forward, Soroth and Griezmann, and one of the midfielders. I think that could definitely work. And then Valencia's team, Big Mama in goal, Pepelu, Diego Lopez, Guillamon, Almeida. A couple of good players, to be fair, but tough game away to Atletico. And then Vallecano, Osasuna. Big Izzy Palazon. Massive, make it a double-double. Fan favourite there, I would say, amongst Aaron and Co. Or maybe just Aaron. Zaragoza back in La Liga. So that's La Liga out of the way. And then we'll go to Serie A. I should be able to show you. No, we can't look at. We'll look at the champion odds first and see if there's any Serie A teams up there. So Milan have a really good fixture against Venezia. Inter away to Monza, another good fixture. Lazio play Hellas Verona, another decent fixture. And then you've got Juve maybe away to Empoli, Torino at home to Lecce, Napoli away to Calgary. Couple of decent things to get through. Como away to at home to Bologna. Gabriel Stravezza, the boy. Pepe Reina not in goal. Interesting. Fistalinga's on to start ahead of Castro, 60%. Frullo, Salini. Juve Empoli. This will be a fun one. Coop Miners at 90%. Kevin Thurams at 60%. Locatelli. They're building something interesting in Juve, aren't they? Nico Gonzalez, obviously Vlahovic, ever present. Yeah, they are building something there. Ole Solbakken, and he got his move led. He got that move out of Euro. That's interesting. I thought he was going to go to Roma, I think. Or maybe he came from Roma, but looks like he's landed in Empoli after his Euro move didn't go to plan. But this is the best fixture on paper for the weekend, apparently. Milan at home to Venezia. Leao, Pulisic. Obviously, they'll have in midweek as well, won't they? So there's definitely some rotations to maybe worry about with these sort of teams. I'm just catching up on the chat now. Just catching up on the chat. Yeah, Glenn's worried about rotation, which I completely agree with. I ain't touching City boys for the special. I don't blame you, Victor. There's no point, is there? KDB, high DA potential, but I'm not sure he plays more than 60-70. Does he need to? That's probably the question, isn't it? I think Rodri could have a semi-early sub. Kovacic has been great so far. With Champions League coming up, would make sense to rest him early. I can definitely agree with that, Jack, 100%. Home to Inter and then Arsenal. Next 2 games for City. Gundo back, Foden back training. I'm not fully convinced KDB plays. Big shout. Big shout. And then Eric says, back in Dortmund tonight to get a good result. You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? It is a good fixture. Ooh, nice little contemplation here for Tobias. Santi, Rod, Bassi, or Arno. I do like, I'm a big Santi fan, so I think I'm going to have to back Santi there away to DC. I think I'd have to back him there. Okay, yeah, so that's Milan team. Venezia. Busio's back, okay. Go on the Bus. Genoa, Roma. Vitinha's gone to Genoa. Lads, there's so many weird transfers that have happened over this break that, before the international break that I really didn't. It's weird, isn't it? Like you have a bit of an echo chamber, with your gallery. Like you only kind of care where your cards go. I mean, you're obviously exposed to other things, but for the most part, like it is really tough to keep hold of everything. Like I did not know Yacine Adli went to Fiorentina. Completely honest with you, I really, really didn't know that. Atalanta's team, sorry. Edison, Pasalic, CDK, Torino Lecce. This is a pretty good fixture as well. I think I'm going to be using my Saul Coco this weekend. See, Borna Sosa. Did I know he went to Torino? Maybe I did. Maybe I'm downplaying that one. I knew Che Adams definitely went to Torino. Frederick Gilbert for Lecce. Calgary and Napoli. There's definitely a bit of rotation risk here, maybe with Cravadonna, David Neres, who started really well. With Napoli having midweek fixtures. There's the Calgary team, a couple of ex-Napoli players there. Oblak or Mignon for my picks for the Mbappe comp. That's a really tough one. Would I say Mignon gets more AA than Oblak? It feels that way. I think both are good for a clean sheet, but it's like who gets the more AA basically is the worry or the contemplation. I'd go with Mignon, honestly, but it's really tough to call. Really, really tough to call. Tom said that moment when you see a new team pop up, when you look at your lineup predictions and go, wait, what happened to me today? Cesar Montes went to Lokomotiv Moscow. Yeah, it happens. It happens far too often for me. Luckily, with players that I don't need to really worry about, but it still catches up to me. Inter's team, it still bugs me we don't have pictures, but I kind of get it. Hakan, Barella, Mkhitaryan, all the usual suspects. Parma, Udinese, all the boys, and then Lazio, Hellas Verona. And then that will then take us into challengers. Obviously, we have an MLS full fixture. Sorry, we have basically everything going on, don't we? Which is going to cause, I think, challenges to be very challenging. PSV at home, Porto at home, Sporting are on fire, Gyökeres on fire, Benfica new manager, Gala. Okay, they're in a bit, they're not looking the best right now, but they play midweek as well. 20 at home to Zwolle, Palmeiras. Okay, maybe we don't have as much Brazilian cards. AZ at home to Heerenveen, Big Middlesbrough at home to Preston. That's got to be a bit of a derby, hasn't it? Middlesbrough, Preston, North England derby of some sort. Brøndby at home, good fixture, fine all the way to Groningen. Club Brugge. Yeah, and then we haven't even mentioned an MLS team yet. We've got Vancouver, we've got Inter Miami, Orlando, Seattle with all really good fixtures. Atlanta United. I will be going to this game actually tomorrow in the stadium, Atlanta, Nashville. So very excited for that. Ghent at home to Mechelen, Anderlecht at home to Westerlo. Yeah, challengers is gonna be bonkers. I think it's gonna be really, really crazy. We'll probably just do I won't go through every single team, I don't think, or maybe I will. We'll see. Ooh, wait there. Why is Richie Ledesma down at 90%? Ooh, that is huge, lads. That is massive. That is gallery changing for me. Wow, Richie Ledesma's down to start. That is massive. Indeed. I am. Borough Preston, no derby. Oh, fair enough. I think there's a bit of Borough bias getting in there, but maybe not. Can you root for Brooks Lennon? I will be. I'll be rooting for my Aleski Moranchuk more importantly. But yeah, I hope Brooks Lennon does the business as well. Both shitholes, so maybe. But yeah, that Richie Ledesma situation definitely changes things for me slightly. Sorry. Van Gassel finally got the gloves. Sorry to all the Robin Roof holders, but it was Van Gassel time, baby. Even though he's going to get pumped probably 10-0 against PSV. 20, this was updated 41 minutes ago, so keep an eye on that. Lads, there's 177 of us in here, by the way, which is the most we've had so far in the stream. Can we please, I don't even know what the likes are at, but I am going to just ask you guys to like the stream because it does really help. I'm going to look for myself what the stream's on. It is on 60 likes. So surely to God, we can get to 100 likes, please. That would obviously mean a lot to me and Quinny. And yeah. Victor, 1 to 2 weeks. I've seen longer than that. So we'll see who We'll see how quickly he gets back. I think I've just thought like 3 or 4 weeks maybe, but I'm guessing he's superhuman and half the recovery time. So definitely possible. Definitely possible. Groningen Feyenoord, another good fixture. I'm interested to see, do we think Latomba, whatever his name is, however you pronounce it, I'm really hoping he plays this game, but I'm not going to risk it just in case Bart plays. But that is the final team against Groningen. Nakbrada, against Fortuna. Leo Gremmel, that's a name that I have not heard of in a long, long time. Samuel Baston plays for Fortuna, does he? Halalovic. Big Halalovic. AZ versus Herenveen. This is a very, very good matchup, I think. Even though Herenveen have been half decent so far under Van Persie, so I wouldn't write them off, but, really good goalie in Rome, Jaden, Oduro, Wolf, Goes, Coops, Classe. They've got a decent team. Troy Parrott hasn't fired off yet, though, is he? I'm really surprised he hasn't. I don't think he's got a goal yet, is he? Victor's rooting for his Groningen boys. Love it. Standing strong, Victor. I love it. I love it, mate. Coach said, okay, fair enough, Victor. Fair enough. I know, Jesper. Don't worry. I know why Van Gassel's in. I'm only trying to get a few nibbles out of the Robin Roof holders, which has worked successfully. Sparta Rotherham, big Julian Bass. Got to be playing my Bass this weekend. Lads on fire. Camille Negley. Pelle Clement's been pretty good as well. Lauriston. I think Sparta, the underdog stack of Challenger Eredivisie right now, aren't they? Shout out to Andrew Laird, who decided to go balls deep into Sparta. Willem 2. Cissa Sandra. Jesse Bosch. Big Tommy St. Jago. I picked up his card a few weeks ago now to pair with my Thomas de Dillon. Walwick at home for them. There's the Walwick boys. And then Hercules, Almere City. Big Fabian de Kaiser, fan favorite in the Sorare sphere, maybe, amongst card holders. And then this is the Almere City side. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to have time to go through everything. I'm going to go through the big teams in Turkey for now. This is what we've got for Gala. Fener is looking something like this. Lots of 90%. Maybe Edin Dzeko's a 50-50 with El Nassiri, sorry. Yeah, there we go, MU player. We got him. Fred at 90, Mulder at 90. But the best team in Turkey right now, it feels like, no disrespect to anyone else, it feels like Besiktas are the boys in town, aren't they? Big Rafa, Immobile, just signed João Mario, Gedson's been on fire. They look the real deal. It seems like Besiktas are really, really SO5 friendly. Mohamed Cham did go to Trabzonspor, did he? Wow, did not know that. Okay, Edin Visca, Orsic. It feels like he has not played football for like 5 years. Didn't he have like a really bad leg break or something? I'm pretty sure there was something going on there. Stefan Savic. And then who was the other? Well, I guess that's kind of it, isn't it? Really, I'll take suggestions at the end. Not at the end, but pretty soon. If there's any sort of teams that we haven't really covered that you want covered. Midtjylland Copenhagen is up next. Big Aral Simsi at 90%. Big Magnus Matson at 60. Sorry, lads, a little sneeze. And then Bromby was updated an hour ago. Suzuki at 70, Was at 90, and all the usual suspect apart from Van Leburg, or however you pronounce his name. At the back, we'll do the big boys in Portugal. Sporting on fire, Gyökeres on fire. I don't even know why I have these headphones in right now. I'm going to take these out because I ain't listening to anything, so we'll take them out. Trincao, Goncalves at 100%. Big statement. DeBast at 30 behind Quaresma. Flo Louise at 70. Fun fact, Flo Louise is the only player in this Benfica squad that was there when Bruno Lage was the manager a couple of years ago. He's the only player standing. Trubin at 100. And then Porto's team, who have probably on paper that one of the best fixtures in Challenger. I can't believe they're running Galano as a left back. By the way, I still find that crazy. I don't know why. I've not really watched any of their games, so I can't attest to if he's actually playing left back. But I know he's been scoring well. Like I'm not saying he hasn't done well, but yeah, it feels like a bit of a mad one that. But I kind of get it. He's probably good enough to play anywhere. Gabi Martinez has been doing really well. Zalazar for Braga. And that is the Vitoria team. Let's do Belgium. Bula and Bates nailed on. Dender team for you if you are mad enough like me to play Dender cards. Circle Bruges versus Genk. Interesting one. All the Circle of Bruges boys pretty nailed on. They did sign Gary Magny, or however you pronounce it, from UPenn, who were demoted. And as you can see, I am heavily into the Genk stacks nowadays. So yeah, hopefully they do well. Tough game though. This weekend, Kortrijk Club Bruges. MDC looks to have a bit of a hamstring injury to Cyprus, so looks like Sikwe probably comes in. Says goes to left back. Ciolis. I did see Skov also might be carrying something, but that might just be old news. David Alves says he does play left back. That's mad. That is mad. Kortrijk's team. And then Anderlecht Westerlo. Then Donker coming into the side. Amuzu. He feels like one of the oldest cards on this game, by the way. He must have so many cards at this point. And then the Westerlo boys. Antwerp USG. See, I don't know whether to risk my Ivanovic. Anyone a USG expert in the chat? Let me know if you think I should play my Franjo. Playing against Antwerp. I did see a few bits of information that Zeno van der Bosch might be a bit questionable, so keep an eye on that one. But they buy Francisco Moro to left back. What's happening with Wendell, David Alves? Galano going to go back left wing. Fair enough. That makes sense. What's happening to Wendell? Saint Truden. Bilal Brahimi just moved from Nice on loan to Saint Truden. The Leuven team. Charleroi Beerschot. Beerschot's team is there. Sanusi as the skipper. And then we've got Charleroi. And then Genk Mechelen. Big Sven, Omari, Gadelman, Del Gorge, normal, usual suspects for them. And then we'll fly through the MLS as quickly as we can, because otherwise we'll be here all day, won't we? I'm going to start doing my teams and stuff in about 15 minutes. So, just word of warning. I'm going to fly through these. And then we'll take a few suggestions after that. Inter Miami, great fixture this weekend. Cincy Columbus is a tough one. Montreal, Charlotte, not too much in that one. Orlando have a good fixture mind at home to New England. Big Carlos Heel away. Toronto, Austin is whatever. Not a terrible fixture for Toronto. Austin are great. Chicago, New York Red Bulls. I mean, Chicago have been dire again this season, unfortunately, for my Chris Brady. But yeah, New York Red Bulls have gone off the boil a little bit as well with the loss of Forsberg over the last couple of months. So that's been a tough one. Diego Goncalves, Luna. I do like Real Salt Lake. They've got a decent core of good players. But Houston have been really good as well this season. Herrera, Arturo Bassi, Ponce has come in. Elio Brahim done really, really well. St. Louis, Minnesota. Big Hartel, Lowen, couple of good SO5 players there. Big Bongo. And then we've got Colorado, Portland Timbers. The Timbers. I seen there was wasn't there like a £9 million offer or $9 million offer for Evander from Saudi, which it looks like they rejected. What a front three that is for the MLS, by the way. Bogusz, Giroud, and Buanga. That is not bad, is it, at all? El Trafico this weekend, Los Angeles FC versus LA Galaxy. Gabriel Peck finally has cards, which is great. Ricky Puig. Royce is a number 9, is it? Is that where they're deploying him? Like a false 9, is it? Vancouver Whitecap, versus San Jose Earthquakes. And then we've got Seattle Sounders versus Sporting Kansas City. Fry's been moved to 65%. This has been my biggest contemplation this weekend. Do I play Stefan Fry? Is the big contemplation for me, because it's a massive chance for good fixture for them. I will catch up on the chat very, very soon, lads. Will Oblak play? I'm pretty sure he will. I don't know. I haven't got any information to say he won't. But yeah, probably trying to offload him big wage. Fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, because they were trying to get rid of him. I'm using Fry in D5. Yeah, I think I'm going to use him. D3 I can use him in. I think I'm going to use him in D3 Classic. I'm going to gloss over the Championship. Some of the teams here: Leeds, Burnley, up the Welsh boys. I'm not going to do every club here because we'll be here all day, I think, lads. Big Luke Ayling. There's a bit of interest from Norwich, I would say, like card-wise, Sorare-wise. I'm trying to follow it that way. We'll do Coventry, Watford, because I know they have cards from previous seasons. Lots of Watford cards, in fairness. And then, yeah, what betting contender can we look at quickly that won't last all day? Remember, I don't know if there's anyone in here from Austria or know anything more than I do about Austria, but I've heard that there's going to be some, sort of weather warnings this weekend. So there might be games cancelled, sorry, out there. So keep an eye on that. Big Dion Bello at 80%. I'll do Strum Gratz. Right, we'll do 10 minutes of requests. Alex Coombs, what's going on, mate? Into Miami, Miguel. We just did into Miami, so you'll have to go back on that one. It is very rainy here. Bernie attests to. Appreciate the information, mate. Really, really do. Sorry, which game is cancelled? No games are cancelled, but all Austrian games are under threat of being cancelled. Okay, so keep an eye on that. 75k in the Mbappe comp. WL, what percentage do you reckon is running a limited card? Ooh, I reckon half probably are running a limited, I would say. That's just obviously a guess. But I think when people were going back to like World Cup had like 100,000. I think a lot of them were multi accounts, if I'm being honest. So, sorry, you're fine, Blue Tomatoes. Just heard cancelled and Gent. I know you're good. Strasbourg. Let's go to Strasbourg quickly. So what is that? Champion. Strasbourg is champion. Sorry, lads. French Championship. And down here we go. And it's not Yaya Fofana. It is apparently Jordi Petrovic. 70% on. 70% on there. But yeah, any other suggestions, please do let me know. I'll like kind of skim through contender as we go. I'll do maybe Dynamo, a couple of the big teams in Croatia. We'll do Rosenborg because why not? Big Nipens on. Bodo Glimt for the Evian JPH fanboys. We've got China, then Austria, French League 2. Seen Lorient hasn't been updated, but Mendy's a little bit questionable apparently, but he is in the squad, so I'd read into that how you will. Bouchari, don't know why I went on French League 2. We'll do a little bit of Bundesliga 2. Almeria, please. Yeah, we'll do that now. Petrovic is starting, Jeremy says. Awesome. Yeah, well, let me get through all these. Economist, what's going on, mate? What's going on, pal? Quinny's left me for the deadline stream today, so I'm a one-man band for today. So what was the first one? Let me go back to Fiorentina in champion. Fiorentina away to Atlanta. And apparently it is a 55-45, not in favour of De Gea. Almeria for Chrissy, that is contender. Spanish hypermotion. Spanish. Yeah, it is Spanish, isn't it? Almeria at home to Castellón. And Almeria's team is, as displayed here, Arribas, Mehmeled, the usual suspect. Mark Pubel at 60. Luis Suarez at 90. Lask in Austria. Let's get to Lask. I did see, isn't Lowell injured? No, he's at 65 here. I saw something to say that Lowell might be injured on Twitter, maybe. I can't remember when I saw it, but I definitely did see it at some point. James Clifford, yes, we can look at PSG. We did look earlier, but I will let you off. French Championship. This is what we've got for PSG. Ian, no worries at all, mate. I'll get to that for sure. Lowell has been injured in training. Got you. I will look at A-Bar as well, Daniel. David, sorry. Let me go to contender. Let me go to Bundes 2. And was it Paderborn, wasn't it? And Ben, if you want to scroll back, we did look at Arsenal already. So I've looked. We did the Premier League at first. Oh wow, really? He wasn't on the predictions, but I don't think, as in like he wasn't on these predictions. He definitely might play, obviously, but I don't know if it's actually been updated or not. But that's the Paderborn lineups. And then was it A-Bar? We wanted a bit of A-Bar, didn't we? A-Bar is at home. Are at home, sorry, to Tenerife. That is the A-Bar team for you. Big Arbila at 80%. Yeah, I do like Mehmeled. Good player, Chris. Very, very good. Mulder. Do we have Mulder lineups? We do have Mulder. MMD Central, 80%. Linz at 80%. Bryn Hidson at 90%. Any other requests, lads? I've got 6 more minutes of requests until I get into some of my deadline drama. Strasbourg, Magnum Call. We've already done Strasbourg. So a quick little go back won't hurt us, but that's the Strasbourg lineup. We've actually done Strasbourg 3 times now, actually. Let me do the Prem quickly. When I say Prem, I just mean Arsenal. I know it hasn't been updated, so it's not going to show, but yeah, that's what we've got. Mben for Arsenal right now. I don't know if how sort of updated that is. I will go into Rangers. There's a couple in the chat. One in Rangers lineups. So let's see what Rangers have. 14 minutes ago, this was updated, by the way, so keep an eye on what might have changed. But that's what we've got for Rangers. No worries at all, mate. No worries at all. Oviedo. Hamburg. That's what we've got for them, Stefan. Or Stephen, sorry. Oviedo. Real Oviedo. At home. Big Santi Cazorla. Ilias Chaira. Not a bad player. No worries at all, mate. No worries at all. We'll do Strasbourg and I'm joking. No, you're all good. You're all good, Magnum. All good, mate. Last one for me, Hanover. No worries. No worries. That is the Hanover team. Leopold, 90% on. Big Ron Robert at 90. What didn't I do there? Paris FC for Johnny. Paris FC for Johnny. Why can't I find French 2? And this is the Paris FC lineups. Cabal at 90. always J Fraz. Any Newcastle or Tottenham updates? Let's have a little butchers. Tottenham was 55 minutes ago. No, Newcastle haven't been updated, sorry, for a little while. That's what you got for Tottenham. I haven't watched too much of him, Ben. I know he's gone on loan to Kortrijk, obviously on loan from Cardiff, but I've seen him in the chat. Like I've seen him last season, maybe in the Champions League. We've already done Inter. Go back in the stream and you'll be able to find it when we did Serie A. We definitely did Inter. But yeah, where was I going with that? Simic. Yeah, I've not seen him recently, but I remember, was it last year or the season before? He scored a couple of penalties in the Champions League for Salzburg. But yeah, I'm surprised they got rid of him, to be fair. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm just going to quickly scan through these. PSV's been updated again. Geordie, Shooting's at 50%, it looks like. Drioech is in. So I'm just going to what I'll do now for the next sort of 5 minutes, I'll just scan through what's been updated very recently and just maybe click on them just in case it's something that we need to, that can be quite valuable. So let me do a little scan through. Quick little scan. Gallo was updated 12 minutes ago. What has changed? I don't know what has actually changed, to be honest. Everything looks relatively the same. Maybe the right back is different, to be fair. Konyaspor was updated 4 minutes ago as well. Quick little look at them. Let me go to Champion and just do the same here. I'm just going to have a little quick scan through. So Dortmund's updated 14 minutes ago. So you'll have to just pause it. Oh, looks like Bayer's going to start, apparently. Keep an eye on that. I'm just scanning through. French Championship. Espanyol was updated 9 minutes ago. Sorry if I'm doing this too fast, but I just want to get through it as quickly as possible. Real Madrid. No, Palace was updated 39 minutes ago. I don't know what's actually changed there, to be honest, but something has, I'm going to assume. Or maybe something hasn't. City was updated 39 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, we kind of seen this, didn't we? Already. Wolves, 14 minutes ago. This has changed, definitely. So Juan's at 70 now, it says. And then Serie A. I know somebody wanted Inter. I'm going to put Inter on the screen very quickly so you can screenshot it, maybe. And then Contender. Just going to do a quick scan through there before I get into some deadline drama myself. Okay, everything looks okay here. Like as far as updates go. Russian Premier League. I know there's a couple with Zenit cards and stuff, so I'll just quickly put them on the screen. And I'll do Dynamo Moscow because I know there's a few Barco boys in the building probably. So that is that. SPFL, Celtic an hour ago. Sorry if I'm doing this too quick, lads, like I said, but time is of the essence. And then we've got Serie B. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. What time is it? Right, I'm gonna do Tigres and then that's it for now. I'm gonna concentrate on my lineups because unfortunately I need to get them done. Okay. Oh, David Klassen to Ajax. Interesting, Victor. I've done Chelsea already. Whistlemania. I've done all the Premier League ones. than all the Premier League ones early on in the stream, so you'll have to go back to them. Sorry. Yeah, I've got a bit of deadline drama to attend to, so unfortunately that takes precedent. Okay, what we got going on here then? So I definitely need to do something about Mendy. Where's Mendy to? Where is big Mendy to? Mendy's in here, yeah. So his percentage has dropped, which makes sense. So what am I gonna do? Who else did I need? Oh yeah, I need to play Richie Ledesma somewhere. Richie Ledesma definitely needs to go in a lineup. So does Richie Ledesma go instead of Fruk, Jankovic? Tell you what, he probably goes in here instead of Smolich. So big Richie's going to go in there for us. Might even give him the armband because he deserves it. He worked hard. I definitely need to do something here though. You need to stop it, Ben. You need to stop it. Yeah, I definitely need to do something here. Do we play Rodrigo? Rodrigo's gone to 100%. The boys on Sorare, I reckon he's in. Do I get Rodrigo in there? The issue is now defensively. I might have to bring Mingo. How do I do like already picked in another lineup? Toggle. Where's that to? Injury, all cards. I'm sure you can do that, can't you? All scarcities. How do I do that? Is it in preferences? Current team only. Show pick players. There we go. So Ramos Mingo probably has to go in there. I lose my captain now, which is a worry. Let's give Uito the armband for that one. And then for this one, I'm a defender down and still haven't picked my forward. Oh, I put Alstan in a team. Yeah, so it shows me if I've put him in a team or not. Greenwood. I think I'm going Yunus Akun here. I think he plays, to be honest. And then defensively, this is the worry. If Mendy doesn't play, that's a massive loss for me, that is. I appreciate that. Yeah, apparently Mendy he's not out. He's in the squad, but they don't reckon he's going to start because he came back from international duty late. So that is the worry with that one. Who do I go in defense here then? Nico, Vega. Do I trust Vega? I don't know if I trust him. I do not know if I trust him. George Campbell, again, I worry about trust with him. Sikwe, he just hasn't done it yet, has he, for Club Brugge? Is he going to do it away to Kortrijk? Maybe. Piton's in a team. Yeah, I'm kind of scrambling here a little bit for defenders. Yeah, he's definitely in the squad, Palston, sorry. But yeah, we don't know if he's sort of nailed. So I'm just doing a bit of Discord work. Scraping the scrape. What we're gonna do with Mendy is a big loss, massive loss, 100%. Defender's the worry now. Mendy not playing is a fucking massive loss. I just don't know who I trust really. I don't even think Beck's. I can't really risk Beck, I don't think. Like he played well apparently for Blackburn first game. But yeah, it's a 50-50 that I don't really want to take, in all honesty. It might have to be Vega. I might have to risk him. Boa Vista at home. If Piton was at home, I'd be a bit more inclined. If Sikwe had a bit more sort of pedigree in that, like I kind of know past score-wise that he's done a little bit, but he's just not done it yet. and I just worry that it might not happen again away to Kortrijk. It's obviously an okay matchup, but it might have to be Vega, even though he hasn't really done it. At least he's shown me he can put in good AA performances. It's just slim pickings now, isn't it? Monty, thank you for that, Monty. I was hoping somebody in the chat would. No, I definitely showed Standard Liège's team. I know for a fact I did, because I saw big David Bates and Boulat, and I own those 2 cards, and I remember they were both at 95%. So I definitely went over them. Sam Tai, stop infecting the chat, please. Can we remove Sam Tai from all comments, please and thank you? Bruno. Miguel says Boavista is really bad. They don't play their players. Okay. Wow, really? So maybe he's the play. Chris said he'd risk Mendy. I get what you're saying, Chris. Protect Sam at all costs. I'm only joking. Yeah, the Mendy one's tough, isn't it? Because this is my second lineup in under 23. So I can kind of get over it in some way. But the fact he's in the squad, I don't know. I don't need to take the risk is the worry, isn't it? So, you know what? I am going to go Vega. Do I play 2 Division 1 lineups in under 23 Super A, or do I go 1 Division 1 and 1 Division 2, which is what I've got so far? I'm going to have one more scan over to see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have, but I might have. I'm pretty sure Mendy should start. I know he shows us not starting there, but let's have another quick little look at what this isn't updating yet. No, they won't be out for another couple of hours, to be honest. Yeah, right there, Predictify's having a little bit of a fit. There we go, we're back. Okay, what was it? Nice. He's 90% on to start. I'd like to think he starts, but maybe he doesn't. I feel like everything else is in place, to be honest. Coffee machine's going off, lads, so sorry if there's background noise. Maybe I'll mute myself for 2 minutes. This play is just for Sam Tai, and you know what? I'll give him the armband as well. Just for you, Sam, that is. That little Wallace play. Samuel, do not do this to me now. Come on. 19 minutes to the deadline, and you're telling me Matsson's not going to play. I just don't need that in my life. I really, really don't, mate. So, again, if you could remove yourself from the comment section, Sam, that would be greatly appreciated. Only messing, mate. Only messing. Yeah, I think we're in okay position. I think we're fine. I need to do 270 lineups quickly. So if you want to stick around and watch me do 270 lineups, then be my guest. Let's do it. Let's smash these out. Let's go Segeno, the absolute legend at home to Tokyo Verdy. Let's go Big David Bates. Let's go Pedri. Can't believe I haven't fitted Pedri into a lineup somewhere, but I've still got Rodrigo, haven't I? Somewhere, or Rare Rodrigo. Maybe I'll put that. I got 54 points. Who do I play and where? 54 points. What does that get me these days? Gets me a Sergi Cardona. It gets me... I'm going to go Smolik. I think I am gonna play Rodrigo in one of my under 23 lineups, to be fair. Nishikawa for my sins. Saul. Try fit Enzo in somewhere. Siganikov. Let's go Yilmaz. What's that? 78 points. I can basically pick anyone here. Because I'm not going to get anyone with a higher L15 than that. And what do we have down here? Payet. Herrera. Tolkien. Kiembe. Slim pickings down here, isn't it? Slim pickings. Let's go with that. And then, do I go Bologna? Yeah, let's just go Bologna. Big Enrique. He's getting on a bit now, bless him, but he's still putting it about. He's still putting it about. Big Haspalat. Let's go Saganikov. And let's go something like that. Let me fit Rodrigo in somewhere. Does Rodrigo get in ahead of Simsia? No. Does he get in ahead of Vinny? Probably not. He does probably get in ahead of Tolu, though, for me. Let's do that. That lineup might even fall on his ass if Gluch's game doesn't go ahead. What we doing? So I'm just catching up with the chat. Exactly, Led. Exactly, mate. Completely agree with you. Holland might not play it. Yeah, we've been through that one. Oh, is he really? Okay, got you. Let me I appreciate that, Josh. Yeah, I was wondering why he was actually in the first place, but I guess injury does make sense on that one. Because the other keeper's half decent, isn't he? I tell you what, I'm actually going to go Ross Sinclair. I think that's what I'm going to do. Right, are we all set, lads? Are we all ready to go? I feel pretty set with what I've got. Taking a couple of risks, but calculated ones in some ways, hopefully, and hopefully it pays off. I am going to play a Division 2 lineup because I want to see if I can get... saying that, I'll never be able to play a 323 lineup, so do I just go 2 in Division 1? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to remove this lineup and play it in under 23 D1 instead. So I've got 2 lineups in D1 at that point. Might be a mistake, but you know what? I'm here for it. Let's go Vega, Ibarra, Timber, and Eunice. Let's do it. Okay, lads, I think they have a new manager. Oh, wow, do they? That is a bit messy. Let's export some teams. Import 24 lineups. Let's do it. Hopefully we get it done on all of them. Otherwise, we're screwed. What an invention, by the way. The export button. After 4 or 5 years, we're finally there. We are finally there, lads. Who was trying to spook me on the De Bruyne? Are we still worried about De Bruyne? Sam, be nice now. You're causing too much havoc now. He loses his ability to talk, and all he does is type nasty words in the comment section these days. What has happened to our good friend Sam Tai? I do need to do training, so I haven't forgot that. I'm just making sure everything's gone in. We don't have a La Liga lineup. I'm going all champion this weekend. 2 in season, 1 classic. Challenger in season division 1, classic 3 division 2s. In season division 1, in season division 3 and 2. Classic 2, classic 2, classic 3. Under 23s. Oh, Vega plays Monday. That's annoying. So does Ramos Mingo. And then, yeah, we got all the under 23 boys in. And then the road to glory. Come on, the lads. Division 3. Massive weekend. All at home. Really good fixtures. Come on, the boys. Why is Dembele? Yeah, I don't know. Let's have a quick little gander on if anything's been updated. I think it's just like a rotational thing, to be honest. I think that's kind of the worry. It hasn't changed on here, but it does feel like. Let's go. I do need to do I should just do my training lineups on here, but for whatever reason, I don't. I'm just having a scan through Discord. I haven't put it on the screen, but I'm just having a quick look, just in case I've missed anything. It doesn't look like I have. Should be okay. Yeah, there's a few like that. It happens multiple days. I mean, yeah. I don't think he's nailed Veltman, but 70% is enough for me to probably be rather happy with it. Sam said that's it. Yeah, can't speak in real life, so I've become an online menace. You've always been an online menace, Sam. Come on. Come on now. Don't downplay it. 10 minutes to the deadline. I will need to do some training teams. Let's go into classic training. Probably don't even have that many training lineups to do. I'm just having a little scan through Discord at the same time. Club Bruges. We've got time. We've got a bit of time. Not much, but enough to where I'm not panicking. Should I? Let me just go back. I'm not worried about training right now. Should I be playing Yari somewhere? Yari Sharon. No, I'll leave him out. I don't mind leaving him out. That's okay. That is okay. HNL. Premier League. Liverpool. Apparently Donnarumma's like 50-50 from what I'm seeing on Twitter and stuff. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that one. Feyenoord, Benfica. Just doing a little scan. In case I didn't miss anything. Okay, back to the chat. Sorry, lads. I do like Stogger this week. Yeah, I really do. I really do. Right, let me get training lineups done. Sorry. What time is it? 8 minutes. 8 minutes till we go. Still 150 of us in here, lads. If we can get a couple more likes on the stream, that would be so appreciated. I'll be gutted now if Mendy plays, won't I? I'll be really gutted. I'm feeling Bruno Fuchs plays as well, but don't think I need to change too much. Oh, Gavin Bazuna, what are we going to do with you, mate? What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? Just trying to throw in some training lineups. If I had more time, I would be doing this a little bit more strategically, but I'm not too worried about who gets the points and who doesn't. Right now, anyway. Most of my players have games, so it's not as if I'm not playing my better players for the most part, but there's always a couple that slip through the cracks. Let's go Big Veltman in training. 77,000 in the Mbappe comp, by the way, I just saw. Mordace is risking Mendy. That's fair enough. Fatai was on 30% Sorare data. Well, I don't know if he has any injury worries. I'd search him on Twitter if I was you and see if there's any news. If there's no news, then you can kind of not disregard it, but I definitely think it might not be as much of a worry. I don't know why I'm playing him there. Need to train my Velasco. And then let's go Ito. Then my last training comp is going to be last training team, sorry. We'll give Bologna the number 1 jersey. Why not? Why not? Kiembe. Leighton Clarkson. And Ciso. We'll go 2 and stretch. So that should be me, lads. I think I'm all ready to go, locked and loaded for this upcoming weekend. It seems like it, mate. I'm fuming. It seems like it, Chris, which I'm definitely not happy about. I'm not happy about it, but yeah, if he's got to do what he's got to do at the end of the day, and just gonna have a scan over Twitter. See if there's anything I'm missing. We've got 5 minutes to the deadline. 5 minutes. Quick, scan over. Kjærsgaard. I think we're good, lads. I think we're in a good position. I don't think there's any really late things to really worry about. It looks like we're going to be okay, hopefully. I'm sure there'll be a few after the deadline that just, sort of hit us out of nowhere, but sometimes there's just not much you can do about some of these updates and stuff. I'm going to have one quick scan over Predictify and just see if there's anything that's been updated. Might not have time to change anything, but rather do it than not. PSG was updated 3 minutes ago. Doesn't look like anything in Champ is, has been updated that short in that short space of time. Sorry. Same for the Champ. Core Trike, we've done that. MLS, I don't think there's much to ponder over on the MLS side of things. Nothing there either. We've done Gala, haven't we? And then Contender. Can't see any problems with Fatau, Sam says. Sam knows his Premier League stuff. I would definitely follow what Sam says until he's wrong, and then you just sack him. What are we? 3 minutes to the deadline. Panic stations everywhere. Yeah, looks like we're okay, lads. Looks like we're okay. I don't think there's anything drastic to worry about. Unless I go over the Sorare data now and see that somebody's drastically fallen in my teams. But hopefully we're fine. Let's have a quick little look. Sikwe might be a bit of a risk in that one. Yeah, I think we're okay. Aren't we? Deadline panic is strong. I mean, it wouldn't be a Sorare deadline without it, would it? Yeah, I think I kind of thrive in that panic station scenario. I don't know. I just like it. It just probably makes me do stupid things, but I do like the thrill. I don't mind the thrill. What are we? 1 minute to the deadline. Everything we've done cannot be amended after that. We are locked and loaded. It is a nice Ibarra, isn't it? I actually won that Ibarra for Cap 240 Super Rare. He's one of my prized possessions. Still in season, but I don't really get to use him in season because I don't have a contender outfit really for in season. But yeah, I do like him. Very, very good player. Scores really well, of course, on Sorare as well. But yeah, I think we're good, lads. What are we? Yeah, still probably 30 seconds to the deadline. It's been an absolute pleasure. I know maybe not as entertaining maybe without Quinny here. But yeah, we'll be back to normal next Friday. For game week. Will that be game week 11? We're back to even odd numbers, aren't we? Which is annoying. The deadline has just hit, though. It is time, lads, to just stop worrying and just let it all happen. What will be, will be. All locked and loaded, lads. Appreciate all the best of good lucks in the chat. If you've not left a like on the stream, please do so. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. And yeah, massive good luck this weekend and into Monday and Tuesday as well when rewards come out. So yeah, really, really appreciate you all. Like I said, not as fun without Quinny, but yeah, we kind of got through it. And yeah, I really appreciate your time, lads. And yeah, massive good luck for this weekend, like I said. And I shall see you. Well, I'll see you maybe in the week, but definitely see you next Friday for the deadline stream. But that'll be over on Quinny's channel. So yeah, good luck, lads, and I'll see you very, very soon.